This is Cars and Bids.
I'm Kennan.
I'm Doug.
And today we're doing a hyper-mile challenge.
That's right. When my Ford GT was new, the EPA said that it got 12 miles per gallon in the city and 19 miles per gallon on the highway.
That's right. And when my E39 M5 was new, the EPA said that my car got 12 miles to the gallon city and 19 miles to the gallon highway.
So today we're going to figure out who can get the best fuel economy.
Let's do it.
Okay, so a hyper mile challenge. We are going to take our V8 powered manual transmission performance cars and drive them as conservatively as possible.
The exact opposite intended purpose for these vehicles.
Okay, couple things. First off, who do you think will win?
I'm feeling pretty good here for a number of reasons.
Okay.
One is that your car has a tune on it.
My car has a tune. Kennan reminded me of this only minutes ago. When I came up with this idea, it sounded like a great idea. I totally forgot this car is tuned.
And I'm sure for that too, they were really focused on fuel economy, not performance, right? So I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Another thing, did you check your tire pressure?
Of course not.
You're already losing. You're already losing.
Did you like overfill your tires?
No, they are filled to the exact spec they're supposed to be for occupancy for this sort of thing.
There's a procedure.
There is a procedure. I have followed it. Additionally, I have thought about this though. One of the things I'm a little worried about, your car weighs about 3,300 pounds. My car is about 3,900 pounds. There's nobody in it, but with full fluids and fuel.
But you got 4.9 liters, right?
4.9.
This is 5.4 and a blower.
Yeah. My drag coefficient is very low, 0.29, I believe. So
I also just am worried that I will have trouble keeping my foot out of it.
That's the thing with him. You know, everybody thinks that he would drive conservatively because he's just this, funny guy who wears 2 t-shirts. No, he's pretty wild. It's hard to keep up with him generally. So and not just for me, for other people too. So
I also think I will lose. Here's another question. Do you think either of us will get anywhere close to 19 miles per gallon highway? Given that I presume we're going to go on the highway in hypermile.
I'm relatively confident about this. I have driven
this car. You think you'll get 19?
I did from here to Monterey, and I averaged 20, and that was at speeds that were not justifiable.
Absolutely no chance. So here are the rules. 40 minutes, we meet right back here at the gas station, fill the tanks again, and see
how many miles we do.
You have to drive a minimum of 20 miles. You can't just do one quick, great fuel economy loop and then park right back here. You got to drive 20 miles minimum, 40 minutes, back here, and then we measure.
Okay.
All right, let's fill them up.
Let's do this. Whoa. You're gonna lose.
Filling up the Ford GT. This car is a little bit hard to fill up because the pumps in California are designed, let's just say, not for this car. We'll just have to do our best.
Okay, time to fill up the M5. 91 octane.
The problem is that in California, the gas pump is designed to make a seal with the car so that vapor doesn't get out, which I think is a pretty reasonable thing. But this car wasn't really designed for that sort of thing. So sometimes it cuts off and it's hard to know exactly when it's full, but I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll give you some advantage here.
And in she goes.
I guess an advantage would be if I really filled it and then clicked it a bunch of times, and then next time if I didn't do that, because that would give me, I would use a little less fuel, I think. Yeah, yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Now, as soon as the pump clicks off, that's when I'm stopping. I don't want to flood the charcoal canisters of this car, so that's all I'm doing, not Uber topping this thing up. I don't have to. It just clicks off and then it's full.
I'm not gonna tell Kennan. He's not gonna know. He doesn't need to know. I'm just gonna really dump all the fuel in there.
The fuel capacity of this car is 18 gallons. Obviously, we're not going to use all of that today.
Oh, this is great. This is all free fuel.
I'm so confident about this. It's not even going to be close. All I think about is the Top Gear episode when Jeremy Clarkson had to stop like every 20 minutes to put fuel in the car and ran out of money. I suspect if we did a road trip, even he'd run out of money. I'd have to pay for his fuel. I'm not going to fund his automotive drinking habit today.
Oh, God. All right, put a little over 6 gallons in. We're ready to rock.
I think the M5 is going to do quite well here. I'm very confident about this. Plus, it's going to be so comfortable, and I'm just going to be happy. I'm going to take my jacket off though, as I'm going to run no AC for a little while. I'm taking it seriously.
Or run no AC. We're going to do that too. I didn't even think about that, but now that
make sure we don't dribble any on the paint. It is slightly windy today, which might affect things.
He didn't do any little extra fuel. It's gonna give us a big advantage. It's like 1/3 of a gallon.
She's ready. Are you ready for this? 40 minutes. 210. Okay.
210.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh no, our windows are down. Our arrow's bad right from the start.
We've got to spend electricity already.
Starting the car, turning off all the climate control.
We'll see how long we can last without the AC. So I've reset the trip odometer, and I've reset the fuel consumption, because unlike Doug, I can check it at will. And so I'm going to do exactly that.
By the way, I hate hypermiling. It is one of my least favorite things in the entire planet. Probably should have mentioned that when we were coming up with this idea. It gives me a headache. I hate doing it as a concept, because you just start thinking so much, and I just can't stand it.
We are going to go, my proposed route, especially because I have a passenger, is to go on we're going to take the 163 up to the 15, which has express lanes, which means no traffic can get in our way, and I suspect we will be just fine.
There is no way that I will win. I actually thought that I had a good chance until literally we've been talking about this, doing this for like a week in the office. And this morning, Kennan's like, by the way, you remember you have a tune, right? And I'm like, oh no.
And around we go. All right, now I'm going to be particularly careful. Shifting right at 2,500 RPM. Already it feels warm. I suspect we're going to give in to the air conditioning, which will zap some fuel economy. Not a ton, but it will certainly zap some.
Here we go. I'm finding the quickest route to the freeway. Why aren't these people going? It's green. We go on green.
Because it's a manual, I'm just going to let the RPMs come down and down and down, and wait till they're right around idle, and clutch in, and we're good. Oh, I've never shifted this car so low in my life. Oh, just over 1,000 RPM in third gear at 20 miles an hour. Oof. Poor car. This is just like the exact opposite of my driving style. So far, the car thinks 11.2. So, you know, we're close right off the bat. That's not too bad.
Now, there is the possibility that Kennan, who's very confident, is just wrong. And his car is old, 250,000 miles. There's probably a lot of stuff seeping. You know, this car is a spring chicken. 41,702 miles. This car is in prime physical shape. This car is like an Olympic athlete compared to his saggy, old senior tour car.
I know I have to get on the highway immediately, because if we don't do that, we will get stuck in traffic, and everywhere around where we are, just lots of traffic lights everywhere. So I'm strategically just getting on as soon as I can at the nearest point, which is right here. And so far I don't see a blue Ford GT, so perhaps he's chosen a different route and a different strategy, but I don't see him. Fourth gear before 40, oof. Another thing is Doug's driving style is very aggressive. He loves to go fast, and he's kind of got a heavy foot.
Oh shoot, I'm going 60. Speed demon.
It's not, he's not gentle with it.
I'm just gonna use the hills. I'm not even gonna press the accelerator until we're like 6 miles up the.
All right, we are on the 163, headed north. It is currently 134, and we're on the highway. So about 5 minutes, exactly what Doug was suggesting. So that's pretty good. We're doing 60 miles an hour. And actually, it's kind of keeping up with traffic, to be honest.
Strategy is an interesting component here. I thought, oh no, there's traffic on the 163. This is going to be a disaster. This is going to be an utter disaster. I don't have any specific strategies.
My idea is we use the express lanes until we're about ready to come back, flip around, get off, come back, do the exact same thing.
My goal was that I would go east on the 8 freeway and just kind of go for like 20 minutes and then turn around. However, I think it's going to be crowded, and so that may not work.
And I think timing-wise we'll be okay. I don't suspect we're going to have too much traffic to sit in today. That's really where this car suffers. But I have gone the distance to make sure this thing's ready. I checked the tire pressures, as I mentioned. I also let the car warm up a little bit, so it's at its most efficient to do this. No AC on, not listening to music, also for copyright reasons. But I feel pretty confidently.
This is great. I mean, this is free miles here. I'm at 1,400 RPM, going downhill, love downhill, not touching the accelerator at all. Look at that old Grand Cherokee. That car gets 4 miles per gallon.
This is my kind of challenge. Just slow and steady wins the race.
You know, the other thing that's annoying about his car has one of those instant MPG calculators that is constantly telling you what fuel economy you're getting.
17.8, average speed of 40.2.
And this crap, fuel economy wasn't even an idea in this car. There's not even a gauge that tells you generally what fuel economy you're getting, let alone instant.
I can also, while we're driving, oh shoot, I reset it. Oh no! I hit the wrong button. I know it's 6.1, okay, so I will just add 6 miles to everything that we are doing. But I can check a lot of different things. There are a number of tests you can run to check things. So I have a blue bus in this car, which is a cool module you can fit that tells me, I can check the coolant temperature, which is really cool. So I press that button. If I press this button, it will give me the exact coolant temperature. Oh, you know, I turned off the radio though. It's 178 degrees Fahrenheit, which seems about right. That's about the right spec. But we'll go back in here to menu, go back to our onboard computer, and we are doing just fine. Just over 20 miles to the gallon now, so that's great. But I can check all sorts of things with this, which is really cool. I can go, I think, test 6. That gives me fuel in each tank because this car has saddlebags. So 34 gallons in the one, or 34 liters in the 131 and the other 65 liters total. So I can keep an eye on that. I'm not going to be that pedantic, but all kinds of cool information. So it's the secret test cluster for the secret tests, which you can do on your E39 M5 and see all kinds of information that you otherwise don't get here. The old girl's doing well. It's saying 20.8, just cruising along.
I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I'm just sitting here at 1,200 RPM. I'm just sitting here. Now, we started at 41,702, so we said we had to do 20 miles. I don't want to do that many miles. I don't want to do more than I have to. Although the more you do at highway speeds, the more you counteract the stupid miles we just did on the road in the city. This is embarrassing. This is like when I have to reset the monitors for the OBD to pass smog. So you have to go 55 in the right lane forever. We should have done this test when my smog was due. Be great. Kill 2 birds. Getting passed by everybody. There goes a Civic Hybrid with handicap plates. Embarrassing. Oh god, RPMs are way too high. I'm going too fast. The optimal for this, unfortunately, in this car appears to be about 50 miles an hour. And that's slow. I mean, the speed of traffic here is higher than that.
It is amazing. I'm doing 70 and I'm still passing people. Everybody's just moving slowly today.
And all these people are driving by like, I saw a guy in a Ford GT today going 50 on the freeway. What a loser! I've noticed that I can get the RPMs down to about 1,200 if I sit at exactly 50. Okay, well, we'll be at exactly 50. Is this test even safe? That's good RPMs though. I mean, that feels good.
Now there are some hills we have to negotiate here. This part of San Diego, it's some of the more topographically diverse. So there are some hills we have to take into account here.
The real issue with the 8 also that I thought about a little, it's going uphill. Because as you go east out of San Diego, obviously you're climbing from the ocean, and that's not ideal. Now the freeway stays pretty low, but I wonder if I should take 15 south to the 94. Maybe I'll do that.
We're going to go up them, we're also going to come down them. It's all about averages here.
It's a time thing, so it's only been 7 minutes, but we go for like another 10, flip around, no big deal. Now we're running no AC, it's hot. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's hot.
I'm gonna put out the thigh extension, extra comfortable, and just relax.
But I bet Kennan is hotter.
At least for as long as I can until we get too hot and have to turn on the AC in here. But I have a strong constitution for heat, so I'm doing just fine.
I just bet he's in there sweating, bragging about his fuel economy.
I can't believe the EPA gave these cars the same rating. It just doesn't seem possible. The question to me is not if he loses, but by how much. That's what I really want to know. I'm so curious. It's going to be a humiliation. It's not even going to be remotely close. Again, like, and then his argument will be, well, yeah, sure, but mine goes 200 miles an hour. It's like, yeah, that's fair. But that's not it's not the challenge today.
Boy, I am the slowest guy on the road here. This is so bad.
Here we are on the express lanes. Nobody in front of me. Easy cruising from here.
But I'm cruising at a pretty solid 1200 RPM, 1400 RPM. I mean, this is nice.
21.1 miles to the gallon the car thinks, and we have done 9.7 miles so far. This is a piece of cake.
Also, any hill we go up, we'll go down coming back. So it'll even out. We just can't go up multiple hills. That would be bad.
BMW Z8, look at that. Another S62 powered car. I'm not going to increase my speed to catch up to it. But look at that, a Z8, oh my God. If only we could be playing a challenge like where we had to like find the rarest car, I'd win right there. Doug's not gonna see a Z8. And luckily we have somebody else, Sean, our producer, to capture it so I don't have to take a picture of it. 9 Ls, this person got that car relatively recently, or those plates are relatively recently applied. Look at this, 2 titanium silver S62 powered cars. How cool. Hey, he doesn't recognize, he doesn't realize. So cool. Oh, how awesome is that? I would lose my mind seeing that in person. I'm losing it now. How incredibly cool. There's a Mustang back there too. I think he slowed down to try to take a picture of the 2 cars together. A man of good taste. That's insane. We couldn't do that again if we tried. That's unbelievable. Car say at 19.4, we'll be over 20 very soon.
I guess we should have zeroed out the odometer when we started. I mentioned that it was at 41,702, which it was. So that's fine. I'm sure Kennan did. All right, the procedure is we now must zero out our odometer. So
I've reset the trip odometer, and I've reset the fuel consumption, because unlike Doug, I can check it at will.
He did it in a very efficient way too. He's like, can't turn the car on. First we'll zero it, then we'll turn the car on.
Oh, here's a fun E39 M5 thing for extra comfort. So you have the thigh extension, the bolster support that you can put out to make the seat base larger, so it kind of gives your thighs a little bit of extra support. That's nice. You can also tilt the headrest like this. And so now it provides a little bit of support here, so you can just kind of lean your head back against that and just be really comfortable. This car is just, this center console also moves forward like that. This car is just built for comfort. It's just built to do exactly this. At much higher speeds, admittedly.
People like this car. I always forget.
If you did European delivery of the E39 M5, German law states that you have to have a first aid kit, and so BMW made a kit for the car, and that's what's attached to that seat. This car never did European delivery when it was new, but I wanted to have everything, and so I have that, in addition to the best part of the car, at least the coolest in my opinion, which is the flip phone. Just a reminder that we're in a car from 2002, baby. I could just only imagine somebody on the phone, Johnson, you're caught stealing paper clips again. You're fired. It's just, oh.
Oh, I edged up to 58 and 1900 RPM. That's gonna cost me.
I'm gonna call Doug on the phone. Hey, how's it feel to lose? Ha, sucker.
Oh, but this is good. Here's a downhill. Oh, yeah. Take that, Kennan.
It's 148. I happen to know that if I get off here at this one, I have my own little enclosed area to like turn around and get right back on. So that is precisely what I'm going to do. I'm going to take up the throttle manually here.
I don't like this. I don't like this. Should we just go through the light? This isn't more important than law. This is beating Kennan.
I'll just let the engine take us down.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Bad. This is bad. This is bad. Go green! Come green!
So go down and flip around really quickly with this. Is not too bad.
Why is it so red? You always come to them and they're red. But objectively, that shouldn't always be the case because you're on the freeway. And so it's not timed. It doesn't know when you got on and off the freeway, but they're always red. Something for our urban planners to think about.
I'm going to do so right here because we have plenty of room and nobody is coming. And we flip around.
Only one more light and we're back on the freeway, so this isn't so bad.
First gear, nice and easy. There is a stop sign. I'm going to come to as much of a stop as I can, just nice right there. And I'm going to come to an actual stop. I suspect Doug will not do that anywhere. He will Cali rolling stop everything.
Gonna be doing what's necessary.
All right, here we go.
All right, we're getting back on the freeway now.
Back on the highway. Trying to shift before 3,000. This is quite a short ramp, so, but luckily nobody around us.
Oh, I got up above 1,500. I'm in third at 19 miles an hour. It's like how Filippo drives.
Filippo, our close friend, he's in third gear before he leaves the driveway. His approach is he's a little more fuel economy centric.
Just got passed by a Bolt EUV, probably driving to the Chevy dealer to return it, but that's still pretty embarrassing.
It's hard not to come off as smug or arrogant about this. I just feel like this is so easy. We're almost at 22 miles to the gallon according to the computer. We got this in the bag. Team E39 M5, yet again.
We are in, parking at 23.4 miles. I'm killing it right now.
I want to be on time. I don't want to have him needle me for not being on time. That's at this point that's my biggest focus.
All right, let's fill it and get our number and then wait for him and see.
If I can be in the 23s for this according to the car, I will be pretty happy about that. I mean, the needle hasn't even like moved off. It still says that the car is full, so it's just sipping. It's using a pipette to drink fuel and be efficient.
23.4 miles we have done. Now, remember our little trick here. We're only gonna fill it to the top. We're not gonna click it a bunch, even though it might not actually be full. And this is how we beat Kennan, by cheating. We cheat our way to victory. He'll only find out about this when the video goes live. Now we're hoping, wait, that can't be right.
24 miles to the gallon.
We did 23.4 miles and we did 0.445 gallons. That's 52 miles. Okay, that's not right. Let's keep going here.
And now come the traffic lights. This is the only bit I'm concerned about. And it's looking green. Okay. It's like, no! Oh, we're gonna hit a traffic light. No! Blast!
I'm just gonna have to keep filling it, don't you think? To make it even slightly fair. You can kind of choose. That's it. That's like it. It's like telling me it's done. So 23.4 divided by 0.804. I mean, that's 29 miles per gallon. There's no way.
I'm not that worried. We might lose a little bit here, but not too much, I don't think.
I mean, I'll keep putting fuel in, but like it's clicking every second now. Like it's done. It won't even, 0.819. Okay, I'll take that. There is no way that happened. There is no way that he beat me. 28.57. Let's check the mileage to be sure. 23.4, right? Okay, I'm feeling kind of confident now. That's my final number. 28.57 miles per gallon. You're not gonna beat me. He's also not gonna be here on time. But you know what? I think more driving only harms him. I think that he's not gonna do better because he drove longer. I did the challenge, I hit the requisite 20 miles, and I'm feeling pretty good. Actually, I have Kennan's location. Let's see where he went. Oh, he's really close. He's like right here. Oh, I'm feeling good. There's no way he beat that. There's no way he beat that. I didn't even have to cheat the pump. I mean, it literally, I filled it as much as possible. It will not fill anymore. I can't believe it. I beat Kennan. Another time I beat Kennan. Feels good. There's no way he got more than 28.5 miles per gallon. There's no way.
And here we are, back where it all began.
There he is.
Easy peasy.
No, pull over here. Pull over here. Pull over here. What are you doing? You can't fill it there. Pull over here. What an idiot.
He's lost this so miserably. I'm going to humor him and just go pull over there.
He's going on the wrong side.
Oh wait, no, he wants me to fill it with fuel. That's what he wants me to do. He's laughing. Still, 23.2. We didn't really lose a whole lot there. And off.
Okay, just so you can't cheat, how many miles?
So I hit reset here on accident, but we did 32 miles.
32 miles. 0.0, exactly 32?
32, yep.
No problem.
How many miles did you do?
23.4 or something.
Oh, you've lost this.
Well, I beg to differ, my friend. Let's see what happens.
I also happen to know my car has a display to tell me exactly
Okay,
what my
well,
fuel
why don't you
economy
just fill it and we'll see what happens here. My car has no display, but we've done the numbers and it's looking pretty good for me.
We'll see about that. Remove nozzle. 91 octane.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Oh no. It won't let me choose.
Press the button.
Press the button.
Better put an 87.
I am not putting 87 in this automobile. All right, I'm restarting. You simply had to, I just had to hit it. Violence solved it there. All right, here we go.
Yes! Yes, I beat you! You're nothing!
Well, I did more miles than you. I did more miles, so we'll have to do the calculation.
Get close to me. Do the calculation. 32 divided by 1.431, right? 431?
Yeah, is.
22.36. Yeah. Dude, I got 28 and a half miles per gallon.
What?
Yes.
How?
We went real slow, man.
How is that possible? You got that.
This was my number.
28.57?
I even topped it off a bunch of times just to get as much fuel as possible.
I don't do that. I don't flood the charcoal
I know,
canisters.
but I even cheated myself.
Yeah, with weight.
For your benefit.
How?
No, I'm saying this time, just now, I put extra fuel in it because initially when it stopped, it clicked me at 52 miles per gallon, and I don't think that's right. What kind of RPM were you sitting at?
About 2,500, 2,000.
Oh my God, Ken, I was 1,200 RPM the whole time.
Oh.
Ken, this wasn't even close. I beat you by like 35%.
Yeah, you did. I'm very disappointed about that. I'm so surprised about that.
Yeah,
M5.
I can't believe I won, and by a massive margin. Maybe my tune really is fuel economy.
I was so confident that I had victory in the bag on that. I'm so surprised.
Do you think you were too confident and so you didn't? I went 50 the whole time. What speed did you go?
70.
Oh my Kennan! Of course you lost. You just went highway speed.
Yeah.
You just drove on the freeway. You just went out for a 40-minute drive on the freeway.
Yeah.
Dude, I was going 46 in the right lane. Literally everyone passed me.
We were keeping up with traffic. I wasn't slowing people down. Well, I could have also done 40 well below the speed limit.
You should have, obviously.
No.
I can't believe you did 70 at cruise at 3,000 RPM and thought you were going to beat me. This was a hypermiling challenge. I knew he wouldn't know how to hypermile. Another victory for Doug. How does that feel?
Don't touch me.
Good thing you took off your jacket, though, to save all that weight.
Well, no, the jacket's in the car. I didn't have the AC on to save on fuel.
God, it turned out we were so hot, we could have been running AC the whole damn time.
So surprised at that.
We've learned something today, which is that
hypermiling sucks and is boring.
That is exactly what we've learned. Goodbye, everyone.